Hey guys, look what I got. $50 a piece. Hi, I'm Movie Cat, and you are watching Fantastic Crap. Well, my fellow B-movie party animals, another 10 episodes has passed, and here we are at episode 40, which means it's time for another top 10 list. Now, it's not a little-known fact that a lot of weirdness can be found in the world of B-movies. And while swimming through the campy oceans of cheese, every once in a while you will have a moment that will just make you pause and utter out the letters WTF. You know, those kind of moments that make you do a double take and make you ask what the hell just happened. Or was it so unbelievable you had to question if you really just saw what you just saw? It could have been something bizarre, or really stupid, or just plain out of left field. So, to celebrate those fun moments, I put together my personal top 10 list of movies that had me going WTF the strongest. Now, since most of the time these are important scenes in movies, I obviously have to point out that there may be spoilers for several movies ahead, so you have been warned. So, with that out of the way, let's get into this list and explore those wacky head-scratching and sometimes wall head-banging WTF cinema moments. Number 10. My Mom's a Werewolf. My Mom's a Werewolf is a 1989 comedy that at first seems to be a typical family-type film for the time, and it involves a housewife who meets a mysterious pet owner played by John Saxon, and before we know it, we are thrown into an unexpected sex scene. And in this scene, Mr. Saxon starts to work his way down to the mom's lower regions, and we all assume we know exactly what is going down there. You know, that he is petting her personal kitty with his tongue. But the camera then lets us see what is really going on, and wrong fetish.
Told you.
Foot fetish sex scene ninjaed into our family-friendly werewolf comedy out of nowhere? I wonder if this is the only reason John Saxon said yes to this movie. Hey, he was in his prime during the 70s. I bet he has many wild stories that he could share with us. Number 9. Ninja Terminator. Oh, the best worst ninja movie ever made. This, classic has many different WTF moments going on, but for my money, the best one is hands down the moment the Ninja Empire sends their messenger to the Ninja Traders to warn them to give back what they have stolen from the Ninja Empire. I mean, a ninja messenger who warns of incoming death to those who continue to wrong the Ninja Empire? This dude must be a terrifying bad arsh.
Traitor, listen. You have just 3 days to return the Golden Ninja Warrior to our master.
Or it could just be a cheap robot toy that one of the crew members bought from a dollar store. Also, if this is not enough, the little robot returns to deliver another message on VHS. I know that I made this joke back when I reviewed this movie, but I seriously believe if video stores had employed robot video delivery services that they would still be around to this day. Number 8. Mac and Me. Mac and Me is probably the most infamous of bad E.T. ripoffs, and just like E.T. itself, it had some product placement shenanigans going on. But here, it got majorly over the top in your face. But still, after that, it was just very hard to be prepared. Big alien dance scene in McDonald's that involves Ronald McDonald himself. The biggest loser here is McDonald's, now that they will forever be tied to this stinker. Seriously, this movie is probably a bigger stain on their image than that supersized documentary ever thought of being. But at least their Nintendo games are actually surprisingly decent. Number 7. Dracula 3D, a.k.a. Dario Argento's Dracula. In 2012, legendary Italian horror director Dario Argento took his own personal stab at the Dracula story, and it was a pretty lackluster affair. The movie itself was a pretty mediocre Dracula story with not much going on, except for one very tiny, very memorable moment. Dracula is after one of the characters, and so they have her locked up in the house with a guard at her door. You see a view of the hallway that has the stairs at the end of it several times, and you know that Dracula will be arriving very soon. Also, we all know that Dracula can shapeshift, so we cannot help but wonder what form he will be in. A wolf? A bat? Fog? Anything else he is well known for turning into? Heck! Maybe we will see some awesome makeup effects and he will be an awesome wolf-monster hybrid thing like in the Bram Stoker's Dracula film. I mean, anything could happen right now. This sure is an intense and exciting moment. I can't wait! What? What? This scene bugs me. Number 6. Dragonslayer. Hee. I bet this is one no one expected to see on this list. In 1981, Walt Disney Studios released Dragonslayer, a fantasy film about a young sorcerer's apprentice who must save a princess and her kingdom from a savage ancient dragon. In the 80s, Disney got pretty dark sometimes, and in my opinion, this is the darkest movie Disney has ever made. I mean, before we even get to the main topic that happens near the end of the movie already has tons of people getting burnt to a crisp, sacrifices, unholy packs of monsters, and sword stabbings, among other pretty dark material for a Disney film. But all that is just the lead up to the real WTF moment. Oh, wow. Now at first, this may not seem like a big deal, but just wrap your head around it for a moment. A Disney princess in a Disney movie gets graphically eaten by baby dragons at the end instead of being saved by the hero. Dear God, 1980s! I miss you! Please come back! Number 5. Boneyard. Boneyard is a 1991 horror zombie comedy about zombies causing havoc in a coroner's building. The movie can be pretty campy fun, and most of the special effects look like they came right out of a Rob Zombie music video. But the highlight here is the climactic encounter. One of the characters has one of those annoying poodle dog things, and near the end, Well, you can say its character development is pretty interesting. Nothing says insane horror climax better than giant monster poodle. Seriously, this ending gives me nightmares. I don't like it. Moving on. Number 4. Hideaway. For the most part, Hideaway is a tight little supernatural thriller based on a book by Dean Koontz and starring Jeff Goldblum. To hastily sum up the premise, a guy dies and comes back with a bit of heaven in him, and he finds himself connected to a man brought back from hell with a bit of hell with him as well. When they face off at the end, the forces of good and evil come out of them to fight overhead as the two humans fight on the ground. Now hell itself is your typical red skulls and such, and the powers of good is represented by a giant angel. But the WTF moment comes when she unleashes her squadron of angel ships, which then zoom into battle formation. Oh, you think I'm full of it, do you? This damn thing has just suddenly turned into a supernatural version of Battlestar Galactica. Number 3. Basket Case 2. This sequel follows the two twins from the first film who managed to survive the ending of that film and go on to find a house dedicated to protecting unfortunate souls born with deformity. The normal brother finds a woman that he hits it off with who seems to be somewhat fine. But near the end, when they are about to make whoopee, she informs him that she is pregnant and has been pregnant for the past 6 years, and that her bundle of joy just never wanted to come out. See? This is why condoms are important. I wonder if they make condoms for cats. Oh.
He's not dangerous. He just needs to come up for air sometimes.
This is just number 3. What in the unholy land of cyborg dogs could be more WTF than this? Number 2. The Evil Dead. The Evil Dead, probably the most beloved and well-known B-movie of all time. I almost did not want to add this one due to it being so well-known. But hey, this scene I am about to reveal has been a WTF staple for ages and deserves to be in here. So without further notice, here is the infamous tree rape scene. Oh, and to sum this scene up, I will let Bruce Campbell himself weigh in on it from the commentary on the DVD.
Now, this is a very difficult scene. At this point in the movie, we lose about 30% of the women in the audience, and I have no idea why. Oh, yeah, that's why.
Number 1. Meet the Feebles. Meet the Feebles is probably an army of WTF moments all holding hands together to form a movie. It's about a Muppets-type puppet show where behind the scenes all the puppets are far from the family-friendly PC crowd that we usually see on the big screen. Though for me, the WTF highlight here is near the end when the Fox director finally gets to have his big song and dance musical number that he has been pushing to get since the beginning of the film. And well, to sum it all up, we get a giant song and dance number with a fox puppet singing about his love of sodomy.
sodomy. You must think it very odd of me that I enjoy the act of sodomy. You might call the wrath of God on me, but if you tried it, then you might agree that you enjoy the act of sodomy.
I just cannot relate to this guy at all. I mean, I'm not a fox, and obviously I'm not a puppet. Puppet shows suck. Anyone who would try to do a puppet show on the internet definitely has a few screws loose and should probably be locked up. Anyway, that was our list of the top WTF moments. I hope you found this episode entertaining, odd, disturbing, and just plain effed up. So until next time, keep watching those wonderful B-movies and looking out for the next golden WTF moment. I'm sure there are plenty to come in the future. Ciao!
Don't worry if you feel ashamed, it's been around for years. Thousands more than can be named are interested in reels. Don't worry about hell, no harm will come to your soul. We're not all Pentecostal, but everybody's got an asshole. Let me tell you about sodomy. You must think it very odd of me, but I enjoy the act of sodomy. You might call the wrath of God on me, but if you tried it, then you might agree that you enjoy the act of sodomy.
The biggest loser here is McDonald's, not that they will forever be tied to this stinker. Seriously, this movie is Bababoos? You know, I wasn't going to have a bloopers reel in this top 10 list, but I can't do anything right! Number 7, Dracula 3D, aka I forgot my line. Dracula is after one of the characters, and so they have her locked in a house with a gar at her. Gar? With a gar? What's a gar? Dracula is after one of the characters, and so that they had I'm blaming Dario Argento for this. I don't care if it's not really his fault. I'm blaming him! I bet this one is one. This one is one? I don't think that's how that goes. Me and grammar. Worst enemies. I bet this is one nobody expected to see on this list. In 1981, Walt Disney, that's my new nickname for that. Yeah. Oh, and they kind of live up to it. I'm sorry, just my opinion. For the most part, Hideaway is a Lulu. Hideaway is a Lulu. That's kind of right, actually. It is a Lulu. To hastily sum up the premise, a guy dies, comes back with a bit of heaven in him, and he finds himself connected to a man okay. And the powers of good is like a giant angel. But the what the F moment comes when she unleashes her squadron of angelship. This is not a very good line reading. We gotta restart this because I'm slacking. Hey, I'm a cat. I'm allowed to be lazy.